I wouldn't say OG.
I'm going to say OG.
You take that.
You show up and not only to hear Coffee and Clicks, I'm pretty sure every spoken word event I've been to, whether or not I've actually spoken to you, I think I've seen you. Like, actually every single one that I've been to. So, like, being here, being, like, actually for a motive, I think it's so inspiring to be able to be around someone that not only performs, but you consume with such an open energy. So I hope everyone gives you the same respect.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. Cool. You know what? I'm going to try something different this year. Yeah. So lately I've been doing a lot of journaling. So just get a throwback. Before I discovered I became a poet, I used to write in my journal like 10 years ago. Like everything in my mind. Like from a young, like, obviously I'll give you my age now, for like 22 years old, I was like write everything that went into my head and read back like, wow, I have a lot of things to write about. And then since then I got back to the art of journaling and then creative writing. So I got like, well, one new poem I made, and I got like 2 poems that I've not finished, but I want to see how you guys feel about them, little prototypes. So one of them is a new poem that I made. It's called Becoming. They say you become what you think about. A great quote by L. Nightingale. A man with words, but my words have lost meaning. I don't know about you, what I've become. A man with jokes or a man with wisdom. Each year I lost promise to myself. I let my ego transform a childlike spirit into a man who lost faith in love and meaning. I imagine you felt something like that. Pause for a moment. Look back at the promise you made when you were a young child, filled with love and hope. I don't know about you, I took the wrong path. Now I don't know if I can make that turn. I ran away from my creative mind into a philosophical crisis. Ask me when I felt a creative mind where psychology or philosophy wasn't involved. While I could trust my intuition, it led me to love. But now I'm too afraid to admit I once surrendered to intimacy. I became a new villain in somebody's eyes. When trust is broken, I know it's crazy to believe, when a trust is broken, you become a villain or a victim, trying to find a hero in a story. I have my story filled with villains, or a new child story to be revealed. I lost respect for my character. I became a man who seeks peace and love, leaving people to mistake my kindness and weakness, not knowing underneath a shadow is a beast ready to defend his ego. As I said before, I don't know why I become a jokes or wisdom. Have I been lying so much to the point I can't see the truth when it comes out in different forms? I have let my foolish mind let me to believe I am loved, or a broken heart full in pains. Though I do understand the curse of a philosopher's mind. I become something like a sage of wisdom, but love the idea of love, but afraid to be in it. Am I returned to a clown who seeks love from a woman's hand? Have I become something? All right, the question is, what is it? Time has the answer for me. The question is, what I become? A man with jokes or a man with wisdom? So, this next poem I have, it hasn't got a title, but it's something that inspired me at a poetry event. I listen to a lot of poets, and the ideas came to my idea in my head, but it's like a prototype, but I haven't made a name for it. But it's like a little story, just to give a heads up to people. So, little trigger warning, it's actually a story, not real, okay? So, it's called, I haven't got a title for it, but the story is like this. Murder she wrote, but I didn't write her murders. Every man who's broke her heart is on her list. Trying to make her forget is like cleaning the blood marks on the floor. Knowing deep down we know who did it. Yet I am to blame for the sins for every man who has entered her, leaving pieces of them inside her. Now I am the monster in her mind. She hates me. Telling the judge I am the murderer for her heartbreak, knowing I didn't cause this pain, but I am the monster, a devil in her mind. But she knows she's addicted to pain and loss. It's like a drug. It's like her drugs. I'm not her dealer, but I'm dealing the fact I have to support this abuse. She is causing, destroying everything she sees. I'm not able to see She's not able to see she is the victim of her story, but the villain. She is the murderer, killing her love and innocence. She tried to accuse me for taking advantage of her body, looking into my eyes, knowing deep down you are the puppet master of this crime. How long are you going to allow her to continue her evil ways? I imagine you've seen her with different men, seen her dad playing with her mind game and heart. She said she won't be involved with these dogs. Now she's snapping with them, thrilled to them, making them bark for her. Others told me she was damaged, broken, and smashed. I guess that's why she likes breaking things. She says she hates me while smiling. She doesn't want to love me. She enjoys being a problem. Murder, she wrote, but I didn't write these murders. Let me ask you something. When was the last time where the story a man was killed by a woman for her emotions, misogynist because no man wants to massage her ego? She plays with empathy. She's playing like a game, while I am losing my mind and respect. Sleeping Beauty, but there's no sleep, only a monster. I guess I'm the victim of her beauty. I can't remember what happened to me. I was happy, free and healthy. Now I'm trapped inside her prison. She has the key to intimacy, holding me and intimacy as a hostage. She saw my light, stabbed me with it. Did she enjoy it? I want to love you. I might have a piece for one more. So, like I said, it's a new piece. Like, I've just been going through a lot of relationships, like listening to a lot of people about relationship, about the culture, especially like, African Caribbeans. And this poem is called Black Love. They say love is blind, no race, no age, culture. So why am I trying to paint it with my color? Why am I born with blind eyes? Is it because the blood of my ancestors covered my eyes? Or the fear of hatred around me, covering my judgment, not seeing the potential of coming together? I should love my brothers and sisters. My culture is trying to talk to me. Tell me you are distant, you are descendant of lost kings. Love your black women like they are your queens. When we come together, we make magic. We have different names and tongues, but we speak the same language, energy. We don't celebrate enough. Only February and October, Black History Month, but it should be every day. We have the power to make a change. We are strong, brave, intelligent, yet we let our ego block us. My fellow black men, when was the last and first time you saw another black man and called him king without any reason or motivation behind it? While our sisters call themselves queens, brothers and sisters, we must wake up. We need to understand love is one of the greatest gifts of all. Stop being a victim. You are not responsible for your ancestors' pain, only the messenger. People need to learn to love themselves. Understand when you give your heart to someone, when you give your heart to someone who doesn't love you, whether you are teaching or healing them, we must come together and fight against our ignorance. My fellow black kings, we must unite, claim our masculinity, help our women bring back their feminine power by being our true selves. So that's me, people. I hope you like the show. And once again,